Right, welcome back everyone to the third map between HasuObs and NightWolf. We had to skip the second map, unfortunately. For those of you who skipped the end of the video I've made concerning map number 1, on the second map, which was Echo Isles, HasuObs disconnected after 6 minutes and NightWolf claimed the death win, and he got it, and therefore the score currently is 1-1. And we're going into map number 3, Turtle Rock, a definitely decent undead map. Not really as good as Twisted Meadows is for HasuObs' playstyle, but yeah, usually undead still liked to work on Turtle Rock, just you know, historically speaking, throughout the majority of the history of Warcraft 3, so it is not close positions. This time it is NightWolf, the yellow Night Elf player, in the top left spawn position. Altar first, Moonwell, and this time he's gonna do the Ancient of War creep at the tiny green camp in front of his base. Perhaps, maybe, gonna move on to creep this one. We don't know. I guess probably not, since, you know, he's facing ghouls and gargs eventually, and he's gonna wanna get a couple of archers early on. And Death Knight for HasuObs, again, like on the first map. And yeah, ghouls, everything as expected, and we'll see how he's going to approach this game. Ecolite sees that it isn't close. The Wisp here, yeah, did scout here as well. Both of them know at least that it isn't close spawns, which I'm guessing NightWolf is gonna be more happy about than HasuObs. Heroes somewhat close to spawning. The Archer is pulling the creeps, so that the Death Knight, the Demon Hunter, of course, once he comes out, is going to be able to grab that XP as quickly as he can. And yeah, now he's out, and yeah, as we can see, he's gonna need like 1 or 2 hits on the Giant Sea Turtle to get the kill. Gauntlets of August Strength for him. HasuObs, on the other hand, he's not doing any creeping here just yet. Looks like he's rather indecisive. Once again, he's going for the aura first. Demon Hunter has not skilled anything yet. He's gonna get the kill on the Scout Acolyte this time. He's not going to run into the creeps. And the Demon Hunter, yeah, what's he gonna do? It looks like he's probably just gonna not, okay. For a second it looked like he would just continue creeping. And talking of creeping, HasuObs is doing the same thing, taking his green cap right now as well. Looks like he doesn't really want to use the Rod of Necromancy, as the Wisp was very nearby, and there was no opportunity, of course, to use a coil on him to prevent the detonate on potential skeletons. So Demon Hunter is there to do some harassment. HasuObs continues creeping, and let's see, should maybe try not to get surrounded, and he's very successful in doing so. And the Ghoul here is taking plenty of damage by those Forest Trolls from the back, and HasuObs is actually the first one to lose a Ghoul. Pretty unfortunate. Now the Wisp is coming in for the detonate. 2 skeletons going down, and the Death Knight being, you know, burned off 50 mana. And he's actually going for Cannibalize. This is quite interesting. I'm assuming he's probably going to go ahead and try and creep this one, which he can rather easily do, since these guys do have medium armor, which takes a lot of damage from ghouls. So yeah, Cannibalize is going to provide a great means of regenerating the low HP ghouls afterwards, unless it gets scouted and punished by his opponent. But NightWolf is very far out of position when it comes to punishing the creeping of Hasu, but he's not even doing it. Okay, it's just using Cannibalize here, continues creeping, not going overly risky. Yeah, and NightWolf seems to be on the right track here. Guess he just wants to make sure that Hasu doesn't get away with anything too crazy here. In the meantime, Horse of the Dead halfway done. Graveyard is coming. The second crypt. There's the second crypt. And yeah, he scouted here as well, since this isn't too uncommon for undeads to take when they are playing a lot of ghouls early on. In the meantime, Hunter's Hall is coming. I think a tiny bit too late maybe, but no more than 5 seconds or so. And surround attempt on the Demon Hunter, and he squeezes out. This one looked closed already, but somehow it wasn't. The next ring of protection for the Demon Hunter. HasuObs just making sure he gets the XP, and he gets out afterwards. Another coil on the Ghoul. For now, the Death Knight is out of course. Demon Hunter chasing after him together with the 4 archers. Looks like there is not really, yeah, too much of a point in taking this fight currently for the undead player. NightWolf on the other hand with the Panda second again. Let's check that Hunter's Hall. It's finished. Another Wisp is coming. No tier 2 buildings yet. Looks like the Demon Hunter maybe just wants to check previously if there's gargoyles again. But I mean, this is against HasuObs. There's always going to be gargoyles. It's not like he ever played anything else against Night Elf. And why would he? He was one of the best undead versus Night Elf players, I would say, overall even. Like, he was even able to beat like the very best Night Elf players like Sochu, etc. at times with his gargoyle playstyle. And what did he find here? Claws of Attack +9. That's a nice item. Demon Hunter is of course eventually going to get the orb to yeah, more easily deal with the gargoyles. Quick tier 3 tech here by the Night Elf, by NightWolf, and only 1 Ancient of Lore so far. He doesn't have the lumber for a second one. Just spent that on this very quick Tree of Eternity. And a Panda with the level 2. And he's, yeah, getting the Ancient of War in position. I mean, something that went very well for him on Twisted Meadows was his creeping up the Panda and even the Demon Hunter both to level 3 pretty quickly. Now HasuObs is taking that camp. The Wisp does see it, but NightWolf is totally on the wrong side of the map. There's nothing he can do about that. Wisp gets killed, both of the Forestro Berserkers. As I said, they are super fragile to ghouls, so those are usually the creeps that are taken out first. And the Warlord drops Sobi Mask for the Death Knight, which is amazing. Especially in those long drawn out hit and run based kind of games that HasuObs likes to play so much over time. The Sobi Mask is so useful. First 2 gargoyles at the Night Elf base. Ancient Protector is coming immediately. And still only 1 Ancient of Lore. Spends his lumber, oh wow, he just last hit this one with the Ancient of War. Spends his lumber on the tower here instead of the second lore, so his production isn't gonna be all too impressive. HasuObs in the meantime with a DK, with a bunch of skeletons. Oh, actually there's no Wisp or anything, so yeah, this one is just gonna be taken down by skeletons. The skeletons surrounding the Ancient of War there. Quite the unique surround. But with only 2 gargoyles, I don't think the damage output should be enough to get this Ancient Protector killed. There are more skeletons coming in, another 2 gargoyles coming in, but yeah, there's nothing HasuObs can do to prevent this Ancient Protector from coming out. But I'm really surprised by the strategic approach here by NightWolf. I'm wondering what the long-term plan here is by him. He's at 35 supply, 400 and about 400, 300 gold. And HasuObs at 40, going for tier 3 somewhat quickly again. I mean, of course, in this game, the issue is that NightWolf is a lot more fragile to Hasu's economy harassment, because on Twisted Meadows, he just got the Shredder like right away. He was like, I don't even wanna, you know, run the risk of running low on lumber. And that Shredder easily mined or harvested like, I don't know, 2000 lumber or so before he was eventually taken down by a huge load of gargoyles and the Death Knight. But that's not an opportunity that NightWolf has here, and therefore this harassment is a lot more annoying to him. As we can see, 2 Wisps have fallen already. The gargoyles, does he have? No, he doesn't have an attack upgrade yet. The Demon Hunter being staffed back with the orb. He's yeah, really a pain to those gargoyles. Panda level 3 DK is coming in. He used nice. He used the Sacrificial Skull here to eventually get some towers into place, but the NightWolf with some good scouting sends an archer there, just wants to make sure that he knows of everything that's going on. The solo Demon Hunter defending here against the DK and the gargoyles, and with the Moonrise he's actually, you know, not looking too horrible in doing so, but at the same time his Wisps, of course, are still super fragile. Level 4 on the DK. Panda reached level 3, found the big invoke potion here, and therefore NightWolf would be somewhat set, you know, for fights, but I'm not sure if HasuObs is really eager to have that happen anytime soon. Well, I'm pretty sure that he isn't. In the meantime, yeah, he's reached tier 3, no Lich yet. Just a super quick boneyard here by him. Yeah, the Lich usually, like, if he plays this super harassment heavy style, which just started to come into play later on Twisted Meadows, where he had a period where he went like creeping his expansion and creep the top of the map. Lich second makes more sense, a quick Lich second, but as long as he only plays this, the Lich is such a liability because he's going to be low level, he's going to be the slowest part of the army, he's going to be, you know, sniped out the most easily, and therefore usually the undeads used to wait with the Lich until they went like for a big fight, or you know, until this kind of hit and run wasn't the main priority anymore, because the Lich, the level 1 Lich doesn't really add too much to that. An Alchemist, wow, okay. NightWolf going Alchemist third here against the Gargoyles, so that's interesting. I'm assuming Acid Bomb plus Breath of Fire is the plan, which is, yeah, that's an interesting approach. I'm not really sure if I've seen that all too much, or even like at all. I mean, Acid Bomb is, you know, often used against Griffins, for example, but more for the armor reduction, you know, to go along with the Bad Riders explosions. But against Gargoyles, yeah, that's unique. Well, we'll see. HasuObs just continues with another hit and run. Ecolite is now heading towards the expansion, but the Archer is gonna have her own opinion on who's allowed to expand there and who isn't. Moonwell is being, wow, I think he didn't cancel that one. So another 180-40 resources gone for NightWolf. The Alchemist, together with a huge bunch of bears, actually 4 already, is starting to creep level 2 on him. And there is one Ziggurat here. The Archer is chasing away the Acolyte. HasuObs continues harassing here the Alchemist. Let's see what he's getting. Scourge Bone Chimes. Yeah, it's nice, you know, but the problem is that he's not gonna get a straight up fight unless he pushes the main base. But you know, there's the saying, never fight in an undead base, really, you know, came about for a reason. So we'll see. But yeah, this time there's no expansion attempt whatsoever by NightWolf. He's just yeah, maybe he's just planning to go for a big push eventually. 49 out of 40 supply for him. The Gargoyles have taken down a Moonwell here, and this harassment really starts to pay off, really starts to be annoying. First tower is being upgraded here. The Acolyte is not being seen by NightWolf. He doesn't have the Ultra Vision upgrade yet. Hasu even bringing his ghouls in here. The Panda actually could run some risk of dying here if he gets around that, but yeah, he's really careful. Just poking out, one Breath of Fire, no heal scroll available. But there's the first worm already for HasuObs, and now this is going to become really, really difficult with only the heroes to defend. In the meantime, the DH and the rest of the army have taken care of this one Nerubian tower. I think it may have been a little bit overkill to go across the map with the entire army here to get rid of that. Level 3 on the Alchemist here, chasing way after this army. Wow, he's mispositioning himself here, and HasuObs surrounding him here against the cliff on the water, and the Panda is coming in with the staff. Is he gonna be in time? I think the answer is no, he's not going to be in time. HasuObs making very good use of the mistake his opponent made there. Maybe just quickly pick up the item and use the Town Ball, because against the Panda, against the bears, with all of these low ghouls, is he really gonna try and outrun him here? It looks like he is, and he's even gonna be successful in doing so. All of his units so low, but he's getting out of them, out with them, with all of them actually alive. So HasuObs is really, really getting away with murder here. Gargoyles continue harassing. A whole bunch of Moonwells has died here. I think 3 of them in total. He's been a little bit overly risky with those Gargoyles, losing 1, but the Breath of Fire didn't hit him anymore. But he can just land them, yeah, and regenerate. In the meantime, the bear here makes sure that there's no expansion. The Shade makes sure the bear doesn't go anywhere. And NightWolf is still defending. Death Knight level 5 soon already. And this Alchemist loss, of course, was super, super unnecessary. chasing after the army. But then again, Hasu did a really good job. Like, you know, it's nighttime and you don't have a lot of vision. So he's sweeping this one, there's too much to see. You know, you don't have a lot of vision here at night. And yeah, he just, nevertheless, he realized that he had the opportunity to get the quick surround there. And he just took that opportunity. It's like HasuObs at this point isn't really getting too much done anymore with only his gargoyles. The solo panda with the orb is really doing a good job preventing him from harassing too much. But more gargoyles, the worm and a level 5 DK are coming in already. And there's only one Moonwell left with a little bit of moon juice in it. I mean, it's night, but still, the panda shouldn't get too risky. Yeah, now he's out on the map all by himself. He's got the Invo potion though, but he's gonna have to make sure to get back to the shop here, to the Moonwell, because this isn't a fight he can take. The air unit's falling back. Okay, there's the Demon Hunter, so that's still fine. Not a fight he can take all by himself, but with the reinforcing DH, 2 rings of protection on the panda, and he found the crystal ball, which is quite terrible. I mean, you can use that once in a while here, or maybe to try and check whether there are shades there. But I guess still not his, you know, first choice. I guess the first choice would have been a speed boost, like Unholy Aura or Endurance Aura. Oh yeah, Hasu just continues the hit and run. Next, Drunken Haze going into the gargoyles, and once again he's just heading back. And still such a bizarre game. NightWolf has been on one Ancient of Lore for this entire game. This is so strange. The ghouls are battling it out with the bears here, which is a huge mistake. I think he's only seen the archers harassing, and now the bears, yeah, are having a field day here. Ghoul is falling, but 2 of the archers have fallen as well. Or both of the 2 archers have fallen. And once again, Hasu is just running away. Another rod has been bought. Death Knight 5.5. I'm wondering if he's even going to add the Lich at all here at this point. It's not getting that expansion up, and now, wow, this is so sneaky, but I think there's actually a decent chance of this being successful because, you know, because how likely is it that NightWolf is going to scout there anytime soon? So another Moonwell is going to get killed here. The Alchemist is now back. It's been such a long time, and let's see how many of those wisps are falling. One of them is the air units flying away. Of course, the architecture of the map makes it very difficult for NightWolf to actually, you know, deal with this harassment. DK. Yeah, it's gonna be chased away once again, but he's just, yeah, so much faster than the Nightlife army here. And a Tree of Life is gonna be built here, but the Wisp... Okay, he's not gonna take down the Wisp. Wow! The coil doesn't hit the Wisp. The Tree of Life is gonna get built just in time. Gargoyle landing here safely. And the DK, as expected, is getting away as well. And the gargoyles, as you can see, just left their stone form, and they are once again going to do some Moonwell harassment. This one has to be cancelled once again. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire going onto them. So yeah, I guess that's all the harassment for now. Does he have a scroll? No, he doesn't have a scroll. So yeah, the next Breath of Fire would be quite painful. So I'm guessing Hasu is once again forced to pull back here. And yeah, he's just... like, HasuObs has tried to get the expansion here for such a long time, and NightWolf seems to be rather confident with, you know, his prevention of that from happening, and rightfully so. He did prevent it from happening, but at the same time, the expansion is going up here, and it's going to be secured by a bunch of towers soon, and this is, once these towers are up, this is horrible news for NightWolf. At the same time, he's securing his own expansion as well, though. I mean, it's going to be a little while until this one starts mining. And HasuObs killing one of his own ghouls, back to 50 supply right now. And he's going for the next hit and run apparently. Yeah, the panda, he's already waiting for those gargoyles. No, he's not gonna get the kill here. He's gonna get above the forest. And is he still... did he keep the crystal ball? Where's the panda? Yeah, he kept the crystal ball. Did he just reveal here? He just revealed somewhere.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
Ah, no, he just revealed up here at the expansion. Now he knows. So I'm curious to see how he's gonna react. And he's moving up there and he's leaving his expansion exposed. My goodness. this is, I think this is the game deciding mistake here. The expansion was like 89%, 99% finished, and then he's coming in with the worm with the freezing breath. I mean, fair enough. How could NightWolf have guessed that there's the freezing breath upgrade available already for Hasu again? But still, now he's having his panda exposed and there's nothing he can do to save him. In the meantime, he starts pressuring the expansion. The panda level 4 has fallen, his main weapon against the gargoyles. And now he's gonna have to face the 3 towers here, and Hasu seems to be confident enough to defend this one. Actually, he doesn't have a scroll, but he doesn't have to face Breath of Fire here at the moment. He's not even rebuilding the panda yet. 1,600 gold. Look at the impact that the harassment has had here so far. NightWolf could have had like 25 additional supply just given the gold he's got, but he's got no lumber to do anything with that, and now he's forced to town portal out. 2 bears are falling here to the focus fire, and especially the damage output of this Frostworm. 3-0 upgrades for HasuObs once again. 51 supply against 44 for him. And yeah, now he's got that expansion secured, and that is terrible news. And he's even going after another bear. Yeah, bears of course being changed into druid shape and used to cast rejuvenation. He's just going after the alchemist here, and there's actually, yeah, there's one moonbear with a little bit of moon juice in it. There's one heal potion for him, but I think he can just A-click him into the ground here, and that's exactly what's happening. Level 7 for the DK, and yeah, there is 22 supply for NightWolf. 1,000, yeah, now 1,000 gold only because he just rebought something, yeah, the panda at the tavern. But HasuObs is looking super strong here. Expansion up, level 7 DK. He's got the orb, by the way, as well. And no more gold income for NightWolf. Then again, he's got a decent load of gold, so... yeah. Could be worse. Demon Hunter is going down. There's only the panda remaining and 1 bear, but yeah, look at the damage this bear is taking. And HasuObs, like on Twisted Meadows, is playing a strategically very, very... yeah, well-organized game. The hit and runs, we saw it here. We saw the difference that the Shredder made on Twisted Meadows. The hit and runs really hurt NightWolf here a lot. NightWolf, even though he invested into the quick tier 3 for the orb and into 1H protector very early on, skipping and eventually not at all building his second Ancient of Lore, he still wasn't able to really cope with the harassment by HasuObs, which, you know, that's what HasuObs was famous for. He was really good at it, so it's not like the easiest thing in the world to defend against that. And yeah, eventually HasuObs tried to get the expansion up behind it on the opposite side of the map, and NightWolf did an okay job, you know, preventing him from doing so, while at the same time always suffering a lot against the harassment that HasuObs was doing in return. And then he just scouted the expansion of HasuObs on the top way too late. He went for the big push while his own expansion was almost finished, and HasuObs just flew in with the freezing breath, stopped it from finishing, caught the panda on the way, and then the game was basically over. So he is the first one to take a victory here in this best of 3, or in this entire tournament basically, by winning this best of 3 with 2-1. So he's going at the top of the group for the moment. Of course, NightWolf going to the bottom. And next up, we're going to see Hooligan against Elqua, Russian against French, Human against Undead. And I hope you're looking forward to that. As always, comment and subscribe and thumbs up. And yeah, I'll see you for Hooligan against Elqua. Bye.